as opposed to our regular test, I thought I would change it up a little bit today because the first week of volleyball, we went out, we learned the lessons on the board, and we did the mini games and the skill building, right? Okay, now, the next week, which was this week, we just kind of went out, warmed up, and we played in games, right? Okay, now, here's the rubric that you have and that I have that I've been evaluating you on when I watch your skills. Okay? So I've given you all evaluations and graded you on how you perform the skill. But I can't see everything, right? Because sometimes I watch this game and I'm like, all right, that was great. And then I hear over here, oh, that was awesome. And I turn around and I'm like, I missed it. Okay? So sometimes I miss stuff. So this is what you're going to help me with. Okay? So we're not going to read this whole thing, but somebody please read number 1. Hand up, please. Ruben, go ahead. Number 1.
The students for units are flat on every palm and fingers are not locked.
Very good. Okay, students' forearms are flat on every bump, fingers are not locked. Okay, somebody raise your hand, read number 2 for me. Edith, go ahead.
Student must feet and get under the ball as consistently as possible.
Good. Who knows what consistently means? Luis.
As much as possible.
Very good. So student moves feet, gets under the ball as consistently as possible. Who wants to take number 3 for me? Let's go, Yahir.
The students' knees are bent and feet are shoulder width apart.
Very good. Okay, who wants to read number 4? Go ahead, Jesus.
Students are not swinging their arms forward.
Okay, number 5, last one we'll read. Heidi, go ahead.
Students aim shot towards the top of the net and always from in the
Okay, so those ones we just read, that's the advanced skill level. Where have we seen these 5 things before? Ruben, where have you seen it? On the study guide and on the test, right? These are the 5 things. It goes into a little more detail than we had to know, but these are the things you saw, right? You remember these things?
Yes.
Okay, so that is an advanced skill level player. As it goes from 4, 3, 2, and 1. And as you read through these points, it starts to say things like in level 2, it says, student has knees bent and feet shoulder width apart most times. As opposed to in the top one, it's all the time. Okay? And then if you flip the page, in level 2, it says things like, students' knees are not always bent and their feet are not always apart. That's a level 2 type person who bumps the ball, okay? And then the level 1 is the most basic, somebody who might have trouble with a lot of skills, okay? So what's going to happen today is, instead of our traditional warm-up and test, we're going to use this as our warm-up and test, okay? So I will let you pick your own group of 4. You don't have to pick it right now, okay? You can pick it as we go out there, okay? And you're going to go out. So if me, Diana, Francisco, and Agnes were in a group of 4, okay, when we get out there, there's coned off areas with a volleyball in the middle. You pick an area and your group goes there. Agnes and Diana will start bumping the ball back and forth to each other. Because notice, this is the forearm bump, not the set or the serve. Okay? So Diana and Agnes are bumping the ball back and forth. Francisco will watch Agnes and I'll watch Diana. Now as they're bumping, I'm reading through these things to try to find out which one of these categories Diana fits into with her bump. Okay? So after I've seen her bump about 20, 30 balls, then I'll say, okay, Diana, I've seen enough. And I'll circle the entire category. Let's say she's a 3. I'll circle the entire level 3, okay? And then on the top of the paper, I would write, Mr. Davidson watching Diana C, okay? Then after that, you're going to come give me your paper, and when your whole group has been given a grade by you, you're going to go start playing volleyball games, okay? Then at the end of class, for our exit ticket, we're going to come back in here. Notice it says pure volleyball evaluations and explanations. On the back of this paper, you're going to explain in 3 sentences or more to me why you gave the person the category grade you did. Now, I know when you evaluate each other, sometimes it can be like,